Summer has officially come to a close, and with fall season coming into the swing, you know what that means. That means that business planning season is right around the corner. Now, here's the thing. Even though business planning season is the next logical step, I don't want you to rush in to start thinking about your next goals for next year. Because here's the thing, if you don't stop and do a proper post-mortem on what actually happened this year, you're going to likely repeat the same mistakes in business that you did this year. So in this video, one of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking through some of the exact questions that I use with my coaching clients and even in my own coaching business to really review what we did this year. And we're going to compare and contrast what this year looked like to some of the best years that we've had in business. By the end, you're going to have a clear picture of what worked, what didn't work, what we need to change, and what we need to start getting ready to do to head into next year of business. My name is Dan Chalawa, and I've spent 15 years coaching entrepreneurs and small business owners how to build businesses that grow predictably in this type of environment. And what I found is the people who actually spend time reflecting before going into the business planning process outperform the ones who just start writing down goals on January 1st. Remember, when we go into goal planning on January 1st, that sounds a little bit more like a New Year's resolution. Kind of like, you know what, I'm going to hit the gym starting January 1st, and then once January 1st rolls around, we just kind of start tapering off around, well, end of January, beginning of February. So the process works because we start learning before we start leading. So I'm going to give you the 4 steps that we actually take to be able to make sure that we can do this postmortem, learn from our mistakes, learn not only from our mistakes, but learn about what we did well. Because when we do things really well, we want to build on those and we want to scale on those things so that we can actually keep growing, keep pushing in the right direction, and keep our business going and flowing in the right direction. Step number 1, we want to look back at the numbers. Here's the thing. If you don't have a good relationship with your numbers, this is a good opportunity to do that. The thing with numbers is that numbers tell a great story with your business. And if you don't have a great relationship with your numbers, then this is the time to get into a relationship with numbers in your business. So start with the hard facts. How much revenue did you bring in comparison with your goals? Where did your expenses creep up? And did they bring an actual return? I want you to be accountable for every single dollar that you spend in your business. Now, if you spend money on things that you don't actually use, this is the opportunity to say, you know what, maybe this is an expense that we should cut, or maybe this is an expense that is scalable and we should continue using because it's actually building our business and bringing us a great return on the investment we made in this expense. Now, how many deals did we actually close, or how many clients did we actually serve? So here are the questions that I want you to ask yourself. What did I think would work that actually did work? And on the contrast, what did I think would work that didn't actually work out as well as I thought I would? Now, numbers don't lie. They actually tell the story of your business, and they can actually give you a little bit of a good history on your business decisions. From there, we can make a better decision on what we should do into the next year. Step number 2, we're going to look at the systems that are actually behind the numbers, the operations that run your business. I want you to look at the big machines that actually make your business run from day to day. So what was your lead generation system look like? Was it consistent or was it totally random? Did you come into the office every single day and lead generate like your business depended on it, like your family depended on it? Or was it something that was a little bit unstructured or haphazard? Remember, if you don't have a system, that is a system. The question is, can we systematize it and draw better results by having a better, more robust system in your business? Did you have a better follow-up system? Or did you follow up with your clients or miss follow-ups with your clients? And you would know that if you missed opportunities that you could have potentially closed where somebody else might have closed that business on your behalf. Did you spend time on tasks that somebody else could have done for you? Now, I know leverage is a big thing and delegation is a big challenge, but I want you to think about all of the $20 tasks that you might be better off handing off to somebody else while you're actually doing the high dollar per hour income generating tasks that make your business actually grow. So ask yourself, where did I drop the ball because my system was broken or just not strong enough? Weak systems create stress. Strong systems create freedom. Step number 3. Your business is not just about you. It's about assessing your team's performance, and you as a leader. So it's just also about the people that are around you, the people that you lift up every single day. So it's not just about numbers and systems, it's the people that you manage. So I want you to think about it. When you walk into your office every single day, what happens to the people? Do they cringe when they see you? Are they hiding under the desk because they're totally afraid about the KPIs that you're going to ask them about? The real question is, when you look at your team, how are you leading them? How are you showing up as a leader? Now, look at the individual team members. The same questions that you're asking about yourself, ask those questions when you're evaluating every single team member. Who stepped up this year? And who really struggled? And what did they do differently? Did you invest the time in training and development to make sure that each individual team member had the sufficient resources to be able to grow? Personally, what did you do as a leader to grow? What did you read? What did you listen to? What investments did you make in terms of personal time to make sure that every single day you would show up as a better, more competent, stronger, more educated leader so that you could lead your team in the right direction? The question you should be asking yourself is, am I the same leader as I was in January, or did I grow? Here's the thing. If nothing changed, that's a major red flag, because leaders who don't grow just simply don't scale. Step number 4. I want you to put everything together, extract these lessons, and really think about them. What are 2 to 3 takeaways that you can maybe take out from each of the key points that we talked about? Where did we maybe underestimate how much time we should have put into recruitment, and that's what caused our staff to underperform? Maybe we just hired the wrong people. Maybe we didn't ask enough questions in the interviews. Maybe a new marketing channel that we dumped a lot of money in, we weren't measuring the ROI, and so we spent money where we shouldn't have. Maybe we just didn't delegate soon enough, and so we wound up with a backlog of tasks that we had to do on our own, so we just weren't as effective as we should have. Ask yourself, if I had to do this year all over again from top to bottom, what would I do differently? The thing is, the lessons that we're going to learn from this are going to bridge the gap between where you should have been this year, where you could have been this year, and the growth that you can experience next year in comparison to this year. So now let's put this all together. Once you've put together this post-mortem and you've evaluated everything, you've taken your takeaways, you've gone through the 4 steps, you're not just writing a wish list of things that you would hope for. You're actually created a plan that's rooted in real insight. Now you have data. You have a real understanding, a fundamental understanding of everything that went on in the previous year. You have KPIs. You have analytics and insights on your people. You know where your marketing channels failed. You know where your systems and operations have done really well, and you maybe have opportunities for growth. Most importantly, you have that mirrored insight on where you showed up as a leader and where maybe you had an opportunity to grow yourself. So that's how you stop repeating mistakes and start compounding your wins. So here's your assignment. You're going to take 30 minutes this week and you're going to go through these 4 steps. And if you want a free worksheet about how we go through this, send me a DM and I'll be more than happy to get something to you that I use personally in my business and that I help other business owners to be able to help them go through this postmortem. And if this was helpful, click the like button, subscribe, and come back, because now we're going to be going through the entire business planning season from now until the end of the 4th quarter to make sure that you can start off 2026 with an absolute successful start to the next year.